That's what I forgot to do last time.
You are live, it says.
You are live. So now we have to just make sure by opening our
YouTube window.
We've got a YouTube window open as well, guys, just to make sure. Although I did remember to click the little button that said go live. So as far as I'm aware, this should go live any moment on YouTube.
Any moment.
Because you with all your books in the background, you get with the library snob.
Library snob. This is my lockdown breakdown. This is what's happened to me in lockdown. I'm just like,
it's great. I love it.
Save me. Save me. Need a new boot.
What? Okay, Stuart, can you hear us clearly?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just meant we could hear
nice and loud.
A bit clearer.
I can hear you. I'm looking
right,
at comments.
Come on now.
I'm looking at comments.
You need to get this started on YouTube.
Is it not up yet?
It hasn't started on YouTube yet.
That's outrageous.
But I've clicked start broadcast.
This is very odd.
Come on now, StreamYard, help us out. You say we're live and we've been live for 1 minute and 44 seconds, but I do not see it over on the YouTube.
Professional streaming, I'll be the judge of that.
Turns out it is amateur hour after all.
See, it says everyone can see and hear you. Well, they can't.
Oh, yeah.
Can see and hear you. Well, they can't.
There we go. Are we in business?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think.
Well, they can't. There we go.
I think there's a bit of a lag on. So even though it says it's been streaming for 2 minutes, people says it's been streaming for 2 minutes already while we've been sat here waiting for it to come up on YouTube. It hasn't. It's just started right now.
It's lies, all lies.
So do we need to mute this? Do we need to mute the YouTube?
I have.
Oh, cool.
Muted it.
Fabulous. So at least it's working. It all seems to be working.
It all seems to be working okay. We'll just have to get some confirmation from our palsies watching us that everyone can see and hear us clearly. So we shall wait for that confirmation before we continue.
Yes, that's wise. And in the meantime, I will eat my mint.
I'm going to eat my after-8 mint as well.
It's not.
And I'm going to time her up.
Well, it's an after-dinner mint.
Oh, good. It says, Angie says, loud and clear. May says, you hearing good. And Bobby's in the house as well. And Kelly, Leanne and Imran are here. Hey, folks, Beverly.
That Bobby,
he's
been a right YouTube tart today.
I know, I've seen it.
She's been all over the place.
All over the show.
She had a chat with me this morning. She had a chat with I'm Easy Vegan, who's quite easy on the eye, actually, this afternoon.
Sounds good.
So, how are you, Stu Pop?
I'm all right, love. I'm all right. Keep forgetting it's bank holiday.
I know.
Not that it makes much difference as well. I mean, I suppose it will to some people, won't it? I shouldn't have said that. It don't make much difference. But, you know, what with the lockdown and the ongoing pandemic.
Schmarona!
Fingeritis McGee, yeah? Fungalitis.
Fingeritis. On a regular basis now.
Yeah.
Fungalitis.
Oh, Kelly, yes, they are all mine. And this is post unhaul, by the way. So I need a new bookshelf. I'm just reading comments if you wondered.
I didn't wonder.
Yeah.
I don't need this on there. No, it's all working. Yeah, going back to what you were saying before, I suppose for a lot of people it has been, you know, days kind of melding into each other, but then others are sort of, whether it's forced or otherwise, having to kind of try and get back to some sense of normality, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I suppose it was funny because I was walking past doctor's surgery the other day, and I thought, isn't it funny? I don't mean funny, but like how for a lot of people who'd been like furloughed or whatever, or who've been working from home and that for the past 6 months, for some people it's like nothing changed at all in terms of work and so on and so forth. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds like a really basic thought, but I just hadn't really paused and considered it in those terms, I suppose. So yeah,
Big time.
yeah.
Michelle Lowe's in the house.
I know. Well, we've got lots of people worth following. We've got UK Vegan Family in the house.
Yes.
Who have a great channel. Check them out. Going to be doing a chat with them soon on the vegan stories. Right, looking forward to that. So, Michelle Law, I've already done a chat with her. Everyone's done her.
Awful.
Check her out. Great channel. So yeah, just wanted a chat with you, Stu, because of course, usually, you know, it's funny, isn't it, that because you're one of my just like Jason is, but because we spend all our time together, you're one of the people that I do converse about the state of the world and politics and all of that with. And usually, under normal circumstances, we would have been doing that every week, out having a coffee and, you know.
Yeah.
And yet here we are in one of the times where there's more political turmoil and social divide than ever. And we can't talk about it, but this last 48 hours has right pissed me off. Somebody who went to see David Icke in London yesterday or the day before posted, this is someone who'd added me recently. And I checked out the profile and it was all vegan and kind of left leaning, and I was like, yeah, okay, add. And then today, went to see David Icke yesterday. Amazing guy. All you sheep need to wake up. And I was like, who flocked to see a man in London? Who was it that flocked to see a man in London? And you're calling us sheep?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've had to put a post on my thing today, on my Facebook again, just saying whether we are established friends on here or you've recently added me. If you're anti-mask or you think that the virus is a hoax, please just delete me now. Save me time. I can't be bothered with this anymore. And a few people were like, "Oh, it's bad. This it's really dividing us all." And I was like, "No, it's not. We are."
Yeah.
And the more tolerant you are with people who've shown you who they are, that's the problem. There are too many good people in this world with fair intelligence and good hearts who give too much leeway to morons. Do you know what I mean?
You're right. I think we've seen it a lot, haven't they? Because I was thinking this the other day about and I hope this won't sound controversial because I'll unpack what I mean by it. Or maybe I do hope it's controversial. Whatever, it's Sunday night.
Do it.
2020. But you know that thing where there's this sort of trend, I guess would be the way to describe it, of sort of trying to be the sort of social media sort of moral mediator nonsense where they're like, we can have different opinions and still be friends. I'm like, but you have to respect my opinion. And actually, no, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. There is a virus, it exists, it's killing people, and masks stop droplets from coming out. It's common sense, dead simple. So when somebody says masks can give you the virus, I'm just like, thank you for showing me who you are. Goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. You know, it's true, yeah. And you know, well, I always like to listen to what people have to say. We're not, I should say, I use I as in meaning all of us. I'm not actually obligated to listen to you at all.
Nope.
Just as I extend that same courtesy for you to me, if you don't want to listen to what I have to say, you don't have to.
Did you know, Jason, by the way, all these chats that are coming up here now? So you can pick on one.
Oh yeah, this is my first time on StreamYard. So you can pick one and show it.
And it'll show up on the screen like that.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that happens on YouTube as well.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Love it. Love it. Imran was saying before in the chat, so I'm paraphrasing, but it was basically, you know, the most intolerant people are the ones that are often shout the loudest, which is a very succinct way of kind of getting to that point. I think the scariest thing at the moment is what I'm seeing an awful lot of, more than ever before, is sort of science denial. And that's really scary. Like you've got you know, Jeff Blogs, who eats at the Chippy 4 nights a week, and the other couple of nights he gets Mackie D's, is now arguing the toss against somebody who's studied at university for 10 years, has got a postgrad, and literally knows everything there is to know about microbiology or, you know, whatever their field of expertise is, but they're not experts anymore because we have this new breed of science denial. Well, I mean, it's not a new breed. The science denial has always been there, but I think that's the thing, linking in with what we were chatting about before. That's the most terrifying thing at the moment, I feel.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it crosses over like with politics generally as well, because you'll often see it conflated with things like, you know, the silent majority. I wish the silent majority had shut up, to be honest with you, because they never seem to close their gobs. Do you know what I mean? And it's like the crossover in a lot of those debates is a Venn diagram. I will just say that they tend to be the same people.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So
can I just pause there for a second, because I just want to say I've already shouted out UK Vegan Family and Michelle Law. Also, you will see a link in the chat there for I'm Easy Vegan, all one word. Go and have a look at his channel. I only subscribed today after watching the live with Bobby this afternoon. Oh, girl, easy on the eye. Easy.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the live and in person. Then I'm Easy Vegan, shall we?
And he don't mind a compliment from a gay man, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because some folk are funny.
Some folk want to get a grip. Yeah, I'll subscribe to you. I'm Easy Vegan. There you go. Doing it live. It's like Eurovision, this, isn't it? If you think of me as a sort of Terry Wogan. Lovely. I shall have a good fun.
Stu's so intelligent. I wish I had half his brain. You don't. Have you ever seen that clip of Homer Simpson where it shows the inside of his brain and it's just a monkey clacking cymbals?
I resemble that remark.
Some pretentious thing writing in the corner, a drag queen in the other corner, somebody screaming back there, I can't stand this! It's a mess in there. I've visited.
Yeah. You know, the underbelly that passes for my mind is a dangerous and uninhabitable place, but I take the compliment, Bobby. Thank you.
Well, whilst we're talking about gorgeous people, and Bobby's singing the praises of gorgeous people, and we all are, can't we just categorically state that all vegans are gorgeous? Aren't all vegans gorgeous?
Yeah, but I've got to say, it's, all beautiful people on the inside. Yes. But what I am noticing is a hell of a lot of hot, like really physically attractive. But to me, because I don't go for it's not perfection. It's, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm just like, God, how look at you looking all good looking.
Oh, cheers, activists. Lots of respect to you two, those vegan guys.
Thank you. Cheers, that was activist as well, of course. Sorry, dude. Are you still 13, Zach? 13-year-old activist.
Amazing.
Animal activist with his own channel. Zactivist. Please give him a follow. We all should be supporting each other. That's the important thing.
Definitely.
UK vegan family. Danny, I agree. Adam is hot.
Yes, indeed.
So are you, Danny. Don't leave yourself out of that. Girl. What's all those faces for, Bobby? Going on?
Look at me, I'm like a nan. I'm like, what's them emojis? What's them emojis there?
Oh dear me. It's good. I like this. This is great. I'm liking the StreamYard format with the pop-ups and.
I do. It's like proper things, isn't it? Do you know, like when you see them and then you're like, oh, how have they done that? And now we're doing it. And I just think, what a time to be alive. You know what I mean?
Oh, Grumpy Vegan Grandad's in the house as well. Follow him. Yeah, I mean, you might as, you know.
Yeah.
Hi, Danny.
Yeah. No.
He's all right. He lives up road from us.
Did anyone go to the Great Yorkshire Vegan Market today in Leeds?
No, there was one in Manchester and all yesterday.
Yesterday it was, yeah, wasn't it?
That we never went to. Not going anywhere with the masses of people at the moment, except the supermarket when needed.
And the supermarket's not masses of people, is it? So, really?
No.
Grumpy Vegan Grandad, I'm still sat in my wagon. Gutted for you.
What are you delivering today? Out nice. Wine? Is it wine,
You know what, Danny? You know what, Danny?
Daniel, is it wine?
If you ever write your autobiography, Danny, that should be the title. Still sat in my wagon, musings on life.
Nice.
I think that'd work quite nicely.
Yes. Yodel. Yodel. There you go.
Bloody yodel deliveries.
Whilst we're online and we're chatting freely.
They don't seem to be as bad as what's it though.
What?
What?
Oh, Stuart, you froze. Oh
no, he's froze.
Stuart, I think you're frozen.
We haven't froze, have we?
You might have to click the link and come back in.
Oh no.
Right, get rid of him.
Grumpy Vegan Grandad says, I was christened Damny. D-A-M-N-Y. I'm going to assume that was a typo.
Oh, those vegan guys, visit, what's that there? I'm visiting Grumpy Vegan Grandad Tuesday. Come say hello, Hoys. Where are you from?
Is he back?
I'm back.
Hi, love. Where are you from? Aaron? Aaron? Are you from down south?
Thank you, Angie. Yes, whilst we're on this this free-form chat this evening, with no kind of specific agenda, should we take a minute or two to talk about the polarizing Mr. Elon Musk? Should we just touch briefly on that? To give some context, he's been working on this Neuralink thing, quite a lot of secrecy around it for quite some time. I don't know a huge amount about it, and I've got very mixed opinions and feelings about Elon Musk. But he's recently announced that he's been basically he's trying to create a brain-computer interface. A little bit like, I suppose, I'm thinking like the Matrix, where you can literally plug your brain into a computer and use a computer with your brain. So he's brought these pigs out and he's put computer chips into these pigs' brains, and it's basically animal experimentation, isn't it? So, I'm just curious to get people's opinions on it, see how they feel about it, and just Elon Musk in general in terms of the kind of person he is and what he's doing in the world. I'm curious.
Well, I mean, I saw the way the wind was blowing with the name of that baby.
Oh, yeah.
What was it again?
Something like XQR code, barcode, semen sample, hieroglyphic or something like that. It was like trying to create an Amazon password, weren't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, that'll do.
Capital letter.
Grow up.
Imran
grow up.
Imran said, Elon Musk, why do his ideas stink of crap? Is that a play on words?
Hey.
Hey.
I hope
Oh,
I enjoyed that.
Nice, but yeah, it's really I'm a really juxtapositioned with him because with everything that's going on with SpaceX and pushing forwards kind of technologically in that direction, I really like it. It's like I like SpaceX, but I don't like Elon Musk.
I think what you have to do when it comes to a situation like that is that you have to ignore the man and not the company, because the company, SpaceX, is the company at the forefront of space travel at the moment, and so if you want to keep a hand in that, now you can do that without liking Elon Musk.
Of course you can.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's tough though. It's tough. This is the thing I was going back to before. We're having a break at the moment from a guy on YouTube called Houston Jones.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because we've always found him really funny. We've always found his stuff really funny and just a bit of kind of light-hearted entertainment.
It's very childish.
And then a couple of weeks he did a collaboration with some YouTubers called The Bell Life, who are Trump-supporting right-wingers.
Bell End Life, am I right?
One of them was wearing a T-shirt, Stuart.
Go on.
Which said on it, "Black rifles matter." And that was in the thumbnail. And I said to Jason, "I'm not watching that video. I'm not supporting that one at all, because that T-shirt I find really offensive, actually." And I know. So what? You were offended, but I was just like, no, I'm not gonna support that because I can't.
Yeah. Because
that shirt is taking away from the Black Lives Matter movement while supporting gun ownership. And I can't kind of do. But just over the last couple of weeks as well, the last couple of these videos we saw, he kept saying no homo.
He said it a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah. And each time.
It's really old as well. Does anyone even still say that? Apart from the negativity of it, but
he was saying it. So yeah, I think you've got to, we've all got to stop being such pushovers when it comes. Oh, well, I like him. Oh, well, I like her. Oh, well, the family. It's like when I'll say it until Maya Angelou would be proud of me, because I've said it so much this year. When someone shows you who they are, believe them and act on it, and stop thinking you can change them. Because people don't learn that their views are unacceptable unless people turn their backs on them. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Not being funny as well, but like, apart from the connotations, how tragic would you have to be? Because I'm presuming they had that T-shirt printed. I'm going to credit the nation of America, presumably it was America, of not wholesale producing those T-shirts. That's tragic. Do you know what I mean? That's like something you get on a hen night on like Blackpool seafront. That's cray.
Just to go back to Grumpy Vegan Grandad as well before, because he said on Tuesday I'm Easy Vegan was coming up, and would I like them to call round here for a brew? I would, but you can't.
Not legally.
Because also we're not letting anybody in here at all.
Not even Stuart.
And I'd feel really shit actually about meeting somebody that I've never met before and not being able to shake their hand. I know we can do the elbow bump and everything. However, if it's a fine day and you want to come down and have a brew in the back garden, socially distanced, I'd be more than happy to do that. Although, again, legally, you're not supposed to at the moment, even in gardens.
Yeah. GVG says, we will sit outside. Yes. Going back to what you were saying before, it's kind of the TYT progressive route, isn't it? is that, you know, if you watch any of TYT and John and Anna and Cenk and the others involved, it's very much, you know, if wrong's wrong and you point it out, and yeah, they're all over the Republicans in America, but equally, they're constantly screaming at the Democrats to grow a spine and to do things the right way. So they're equally, you know, critical of all sides. They just want to see progress and equality for all. And
well, you know, funny enough, Cenk from TYT said the other night, during an election, everyone's a progressive.
Yeah.
They all want to hear about progressive stuff, or they want to hear about how nothing is your fault. It's all their fault, and we'll make sure that they don't keep taking things from you. It's one or the other.
absolutely.
And you've got...
who was it who said it was... not to fall back on this, but from the Nazi party, it might have been Goebbels, it might have been the propaganda minister, where he was like, what you do is you accuse the other side of what you yourself have done.
I cited this the other night on our
Was
live.
it you? There you go. That'll be it. Yeah.
I cited it.
I knew it in my head.
I can't remember the full quote either, but you know, I know it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's actually, the lag's shortened up on YouTube now. I think it's only about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, I've still got Imies, the vegan, up there. Look at me.
Oh, Himmler. Yeah. Thank you, Imran. Thank you. Yes. Oh, well, it was somebody from the Nazis. People know in the chat. People know in the chat.
Imran just said, I think. Yeah.
Oh, but then Star Cradle says, yes, it was Goebbels. Right. Star Cradle and Imran, tops off, fight. See who wins.
Goebbels. Say Goebbels. I say Himmler.
Star Cradle, can I just say, Star Cradle, because I noticed your comment before about what your mother had said, calling you so judgmental. What she meant was so conscientious.
Yeah.
She just didn't know the word.
Yes, indeed.
My mum calls me a worrier. Oh, you worry. You're the one that worries the most in the family, because I've told her about having the grandkids round and stuff. Folk are funny.
Sherry, what are your thoughts on North Korea having to give up their pets for meat and the food shortage in China? I don't know how accurate I don't know how accurate anything is coming out of North Korea in terms of news. I genuinely, and this could be a fault on my part, I'm not sitting here professing to be perfect in any way at all, but I generally don't believe a lot of what comes out of North Korea as news, because I don't understand how we attain that information. They're very, very tight on what they share. So if it's true, then obviously I think it's horrific, absolutely horrific, definitely. But it's a sign of very, very troubling times, isn't it, that we all find ourselves in. But you know what? On a brighter note, has anyone seen my mini frog pond yet? Anyone seen that? I've been a busy boy this afternoon.
I was like that. I was looking at it and I was like, where is that? Where is... I was trying to picture what part of the garden it were in.
It's really good because the photo I took of it, it's up close and it looks like a proper legit pond. Like, you know, like a really good one. But it is literally like the size of a dinner plate. In fact, it's more the size of a side plate, really. But
no, it's a dinner plate.
Dinner plate size, yeah.
It's like our gravy plates, but deeper.
Oh yeah.
It's it passed an hour this afternoon. It gave me something to do. It was nice.
Yeah, it was
nice that. You can pretend you're in Louisiana as well then in the summer, you know, crack the window open, it'll sound like a bayou, won't it? So there you go.
You gotta go, me my oh. I don't know the words.
Terrible.
I don't know the words to that. I'd be very interested to try and get like 3 or 4 on here one day.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's fancy, like it is.
It is.
Thank you, Bobby.
What?
She said it's lovely. She likes me. She likes our frog pond.
Oh, she's here. The child.
Yes, we have to keep a very close eye on Isis in the back garden, between the veggies and the frogs. You coming in? Come on. There we go.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Sherry. Louisiana's had the hurricanes. I hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, hasn't it? Hi.
It has. It's been crazy. But we were chatting about this the other day, and we were kind of saying, you know, no one's necessarily got the answers. And I don't think I'm pretty sure none of us have got the answers. But one of the things that is inevitably going to get worse, unfortunately, is all that. Yeah. All of that. It's all going to get worse. I mean, we're going to see it within our lifetimes. And again, it goes right back full circle to what we talked about at the start around the kind of science denial. Is like, we've got a very, very serious problem. We're witnessing the results of global warming in a catastrophic way. And I think people become so despondent with it all because they feel like completely stuck and lost and don't know what to do to help to fix the problem. And we're all sitting here screaming, go vegan, that's a really good starting point.
I was going to say, a big part of it as well is they'll say, I don't know what to do. What they mean is, I don't want to do what I know I need to do, what I know I should do. And that translates all too easy from someone's brain to mouth into, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas really, I can't acknowledge the changes I need to make. I just want to live my life. People are like that, aren't they?
Yeah. GVG was just saying the only thing with StreamYard is when two people speak at the same time, you don't hear either. So more than 3 or 4 is hard to stream unless you use good discipline. Excellent. Good to know. Yeah. Which is kind of the same as Zoom and Teams. They're all kind of work the same way, it would seem.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just so I haven't ignored it, Bobby. So I know your question's on the screen there. I'll just really quickly answer. So no, not for the next year because the theatre situation's still so uncertain. So I'm going to be lecturing full time this year. Well, for at least this year, which I'm really lucky about. Which has been very lucky. I have been very lucky to have that opportunity, I should say. So got some stability there, but thank you for asking. Appreciate it.
Michelle's comment, my cat brought a baby bird in the other day and dropped it in a little tray. Isis has only killed one bird ever in her life, and it was that we know of, and it was a beautiful yellow tit, and she brought it into the garden and left it in front of the car, thankfully. She didn't bring it indoors.
It was tiny, wasn't it?
I was mortified. I didn't speak to her for about an hour.
Come up here for a second. There we go.
I was just like, no, I'm not having that. She's been up. She's been on screen and everything.
No, I'm sat right next to you.
Oh, of course.
And I've got eyes.
Show that one. Should be getting her own spin-off.
She's filth.
At the end of season 5, there'll be a spin-off. I'm telling you.
What's that?
Very true, Imran. Yes, very true.
They don't want to know.
So I'll pose a deep and meaningful one that I think I've got one potential answer to. Bit of a deep and meaningful one for a Sunday. Linked in with, funnily enough, with what Imran's just saying and everything we've been talking about is many years ago, in our early days of our relationship, one of the things that I used to kind of joke about was I'd kind of say, I want to get a t-shirt printed that says we're all doomed on it. It was a very pessimistic outlook that I had. But if I'm perfectly honest with you, that pessimistic outlook hasn't really changed very much over the years. So if you arrive at the destination of we're all doomed, we've gone too far in the wrong direction to come back, then what do you do?
You're up for a quick end.
Or do you just do the bloody best you can with the time you've got and with the people around you?
Yeah.
Because that's all you can do, isn't it? Ultimately.
JJ says, just playing Paul, my cat brought a bat in and we had to catch it. At least she brought it in alive. That's good. You have to catch it and get it out.
A bat.
Imran saying, bloody hell, I'd buy that t-shirt.
Have you ever seen that video? Anybody? This is thingy, but you two as well. There's I think it's an Irish family. It's an Irish couple, and there's a bat loose in the living room. And it's the funniest 5-minute video I've ever had the pleasure to watch. She's like, John, there's a bat. Get the bat, John. Get the.
We may have seen it. We may have seen it.
We've probably seen it on one night because we like to watch the YouTubes, like in the days when I was still able to come over to yours, don't we? So
yeah, we had a run on WTF videos for a while, didn't we?
Yes. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Do you know what I ended up looking up last night, Stu? I ended up looking up the scene with Madeline Kahn in Clue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the one with the flames.
Where Tim Curry says, "You killed her and your husband." She just says, "Yes, I killed her and him. I hated her so much. Flames, hot flames on my face."
It's such a brilliant delivery by her in that scene.
She's amazing. She's amazing, Madeline Kahn. Have you ever seen her in Mixed Nuts?
No.
Oh, she's very good in that. That's a good film, actually, isn't it? Mixed Nuts.
Mixed Nuts, yeah. I was just reading Sherry said Young Frankenstein. She was funny in that movie too.
Yes, she was.
Oh,
yeah,
she's Young Frankenstein, isn't she? Yes.
So, while we're thinking of things to talk about, anybody else got any questions for either us or Stuart? We're all here. Look at us. We're all on screen together right now.
Shining.
I can't read stuff properly. I need my glasses.
Can you not just make the text bigger?
No, I don't even can on StreamYard.
I'm not going to mess.
Oh, you have a question about your wine here?
I'm not going to tinker and mess.
No, see, I'm fine now. I can read. Yes. Who's Mixed Nuts? Bohemian Beer. It's a movie, darling. It's a movie with Madeline Kahn, Steve Martin, and other people. It's actually a really good cast. Oh, Leanne. Do you mean, is she a black woman with an afro? If that's her, I know exactly who you mean. There's Leanne's comment that I'm responding to, by the way.
Yes, Star Cradle. It is a sequence dress.
Fabulous.
My name is Nathan Bayaz, and I'm here to make it clear. Bless.
Oh yeah, Angie, I saw the pictures.
Yes, Leanne, I know her well. I can't remember her name though, but she does a lot of crazy food related stuff. You should look up her cinnamon challenge as well.
Was that what? Did we ever do the cinnamon challenge, or was that?
No, I don't want to either. Put a tablespoon of cinnamon in your mouth and leave it there, and not choke. It's not possible because you breathe it in straight away. It's just natural.
No, I don't want to do that because I don't think I would have fun.
Stuart, have you read the book?
Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
I have not, but I'm always willing to take recommendations, Sherry. So I shall look it up if you recommend. That's what we do over if the library is open.
Bangkok Karen, we first met Isis 11 years ago when she was just born to a friend of a friend's cat who was looking for homes for the kittens and wanted people that, you know, she knew she could trust. And so by proxy, this friend of ours, I completely fell in love with her in the kittens. And then the girl said, when she was about 4 weeks old, said, you can't have that one now. I want to keep that one. And I've really, really set my heart on her. And I said, all right, well, thanks, but no thanks then. I would have had one of the other kittens, by all means, just to give a kitten a home. And then about 2 weeks after that, she changed her mind again. And so we ended up with the lovely Isis, who's been a right pain.
She's been hard work, hasn't she? But it was hard work that was worth it in the end, most definitely.
Angie says, the highlight of my week was doing a face mask with the kids. Yeah, I saw you chatting about the live for that, but I was busy doing stuff. But it's lives they stay on, don't they?
Yeah, I saw the pictures. There was some pictures on Facebook.
Oh,
looked like a whale of a time.
Grumpy Vegan Grandad says, Stuart, I love weird fantasy books like Dean Koontz. Any recommendations? I can recommend one to you there, Grumpy Vegan Grandad, if you've not read it. Imagica.
Oh, that's a hefty.
Clive Barker's Imagica. It's hella long. Have you read that yet, Stuart?
No, I'm about that far in. I'm having to do it in stages.
It's not an easy read, is it?
No, it's worth it, but it's difficult.
Have you fallen in love with Pie or Pie?
Yes, obviously, but I was expecting to because we'd had that conversation, so
yeah.
Just confirmed. But I would recommend that, Danny. Also, maybe have a look at depending on how far you like to go into fantasy. If you like a sci-fi thing, Samuel Delaney is wonderful. Babel 17 is my fave. And if you like more skewed towards like fantasy kind of epics, Ursula Le Guin is always a great shout. And obviously the classic Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft is a great writer. So
Parker. Michelle Law's Red Imagica is great. UK Vegan. Yes, he did do Hellraiser, Clive Barker.
Scares me, that film. I don't
Good
like
film,
sharp
isn't
people.
You're not a big fan of the horror, though, are you, Stu?
Not as a general rule, no. I don't mind one sort of horror, one sort of family horror.
Like Poltergeist.
Yeah, when it's a kind of domestic setting or something like that. I quite enjoy that. It's watching people thump 7 kinds of nonsense out of each other and like blood going everywhere. I can't be doing with that.
That's really interesting, Imran. Recently read an interview for the new Candyman film that the Clive Barker story for the character was set in Liverpool, and he was a white guy.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, I've not read Weaver World, Marcus. That might be one because I do like Clive Barker. I really, really enjoyed Imagica so much. But Pie or Par is an asexual character or an all-sexual character, and I really identified with them.
Yeah.
Stuart, which play would you like to appear in? Me, I can just imagine you're Fanny by Gaslight. That's
it's something to say. It's something to say. Oh God, don't even know. Let's go classical. Let's do a Shakespeare, shall we? What haven't I done? No, that sounds awful. Like I've done loads. I haven't. I've done like 3. But let's go the Tempest. Let's go the Tempest.
Nice.
Bit of magic, bit of beautiful writing. The Tempest.
Somebody just said about Stephen King. Oh yeah, about Stephen King's got some really good. It might have been I'm Easy Vegan.
Stephen King's got what?
Some really good books.
Yeah.
Shorts. Hey, has anyone ever read any of Charles Dickens's ghost stories? They're very good. I bought a book for my Kindle before we went on holiday a couple of years ago, and I think it was 4 ghost stories, all by Dickens. Very
Which
good,
one's from the
including
Signalman, love?
Wait, I was going to say, including The Signalman, which is one of the most terrifying BBC productions I have ever seen in my life, starring the fantastic Denham Elliott, who is good in it.
He's very good. He's very good.
A few nights ago, a terrible accident on this line occurred.
Hello, below there. I'm not
Angie. Angie says, you're all so well read. My limit is Harry Potter. I'm not that well read. I grew up on reading horror stuff, so I was kind of I discovered Stephen King in my sort of pre-teens and then into my teens, and other sort of horror writers of a similar ilk. But as we've commented numerous times, and as I've discussed briefly with Stuart, I just do not read enough. But it's not because of a lack of time. It's just because I simply prioritize other things over reading. So I'll sit and play a computer game for a couple of hours, whereas I could be reading a book for a couple of hours.
You could, but you know what? It's, how we all de-stress and deal with things is all different, innit? And, just to pick up on what I can't remember who commented, who said it, my limit is Harry Potter. It doesn't matter. I think Angie it was. Sorry, Angie. You should read what you enjoy, not what you think you're supposed to. That's my philosophy.
Sam's Vegan Eats has asked us, did we enjoy the boss cake? And she loved the picture of the Queens from Manchester Pride. I think that was Stockport Pride, that picture. Yeah, because that was our red outfit. We had like 8 outfits. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, brown combined. Fabulous. We had a great day.
We spent half the day just in his tights. Marvellous.
Quite enjoyed the cake. You thought the cake was a bit claggy.
The Bosch cake?
Yeah.
I think they've smashed it out of the park with the lemon. It's the sort of frosting over the top was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The sponge itself, not anything to write home about, I don't think. I actually said to Paul, I thought his was Paul's lemon sponge drizzle was as good, if not better, lighter, not as claggy. But for £3.50, it's all right. I think it should be £2.50 myself. But
I was going to say the easiest part of it to do is the lemon drizzle because it's basically ice and sugar and
Was it
lemon juice?
Was it not moist, Jason?
It was moist, but it was
claggy.
a bit claggy. It was a bit kind of heavy and claggy. A little bit, only a little bit though. I still enjoyed it. Still nice.
That Bobby loves the lemon drizzle. Kelly there confessing her love of psychological thrillers.
Oh, we know this, Kelly. I love seeing what you're reading because because you'd post a lot on Instagram with what you're currently reading, and I like to see it.
Denkano, claggy. What is claggy? It's
good question.
It is phlegm creating. That's claggy.
Thanks, Stu.
Oh, Nicola, keep carrying with Mexicana cheese in the house tonight. How's it gone with the Mexicana, Nicola? We've not tried that yet.
I hope she's enjoyed it.
Yes, Leanne said it. Sticks to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Slicks. I know. She corrected herself though. Well done, Leanne.
Loved it. Had a great kick.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's a bit of Yorkshire terminology, I suppose it is, really. Yeah. But it's like I said, going back to it just for a second. No, I'm fine. It was it's a nice enough cake. It's a nice enough cake. But I suppose a lot of people, when they start to do baking at home, then they're going to naturally compare their own stuff to the stuff that they're buying on the off the shelf. So, you know, I suppose that's the advantage to getting into baking and experimenting and things like that. I mean, even I managed to do, what were it, cookies and brownies,
Yeah,
with a bit of supervision.
And Harrod's life. I enjoy reading a lot, but one book for me can be 4 books in Braille. I can imagine that, actually, and Harrod. It takes me a long time to get through them. Can be limited to what I enjoy being in Braille too. Yeah. And Harrod has recently started a channel, and if you have young people in your family, particularly if they're like rabbits, you should pop along. Plus, she does some great cooking with Mum. So please show your support in the same way that you would activist. We need to help our young vegan friends out there in the world and support them, and
Absolutely. Kelly seems to think that I'm a natural baker. Jason, you are a natural baker.
Oh, Kelly, you're just...
Thank you, Kelly.
You're just too nice to folk.
And Sarah says, I tried the Bosch chocolate cake and I agree, it was nice, but nothing amazing. Yeah, that's it.
It's just convenient stuff, isn't it? It's for those that either can't bake or don't want to.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And they buy themselves a little treat. I've got to pull my finger out and start getting more active in the kitchen again, because when I do it, I really enjoy myself. I can spend hours in here sometimes preparing loads of things, and can't I?
Then you're on one, you get on one, and you sort of
but I need to do that more because I actually find it extremely therapeutic. So it's laziness. It's laziness. Is what it is. Oh, let's talk, Stuart, about what we've been discussing with Gemini and my asthma.
Yeah.
We can sound fork out here.
Yes.
And see so what we were thinking were the next episode that the girls do will just be a normal episode of Ladies of Lockdown. But then the fortnight after that, how would you like a live StreamYard cook-along with Gemini and Miasma? Gemini in her kitchen, Miasma in her kitchen, but both streaming over StreamYard instead of an episode of Ladies of Lockdown.
What do you think? Ladies of Lunchables.
Here's how you put some margarine on a slice of bread.
That'll sort the wheat from the chaff, won't it? Because you'll have Gemini in the kitchen doing it all right. Then you'll have Miasma dropping things all over the floor. It's something for everyone.
Absolutely. I'd look forward to it anyway. Definitely.
It'd be a bit weird because we'd basically both be in small screens like this. Oh no, because you can change it and do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's that. 2 proper sides to a split screen.
Oh, don't worry, Star Cradle. She says, alas, socially distanced cooking won't allow for spontaneous breast grabbing. We'll grab our own. I'm willing to give you that content because I know that's what...
I know, Gemini's terrible for that. Gemini is terrible for that. She's always grabbing hold of Miasma's patties. Or just holding it while they talk sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, they're only a B cub, so it's no detriment, but, once I've got a pinny on, I forget I've got a bust.
Oh, dear me.
It's all part and parcel, isn't it? It's all part of the experience.
Aaron likes our shirts. Thank you very much, sir.
Nice.
This here one is from Wish. Somebody asked me if I were... Well, first time I appeared on camera with this, somebody said, oh, do you support, was it Burnley or something? Apparently this is like, it's some football colours, any road. I was like, no, it's a blouse I got off Wish.
Yeah. Not that we've anything against the people of Burnley.
No,
of course. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Sherry, I would watch anything you two would do.
Oh, bless you, Sherry. That's very nice of you.
Mhm.
I wouldn't.
I might, I saw the two market girls we watched earlier doing those chocolate oak muffins, chocolate oat
Oh, yeah,
muffins.
yeah.
They actually looked quite easy. Yeah, we'll need to discuss about what we're going to do.
I love all.
You know, for girls cooking, but it's, do you know what I mean? It'd be a laugh.
I'll my asthma will cook what she gets told to, so you know.
Was it Burnley then? Does this look like a Burnley shirt?
Burnley FC. Yay!
I think it looks like a hippie shirt.
Stuart,
when are you teaching in the new term, and will it all be remote? Kelly asked.
So I'm working every day but Thursday, which leaves us free to do the Queens, which is marvellous. Unfortunately, it's going to be a blend, so I am going to be teaching in person in the room. But what will happen is as I understand it at the moment, the class sizes will be much smaller, and half a cohort will have teaching live, and then the others will watch it streamed, and then in the next class they will swap over. So they're like bubbled for the day, so it's not like constant exposure to like different people. That's what I understand at the moment, but it's still, I think most universities are the same. They're still feeling their way with it at the moment as to what's going to happen.
I'm putting questions on the screen for you, Stuart.
I will tell you the locations. I don't know if I should say, like specifically where I work, just because obviously, you know, my opinions are my opinions. They're not affiliated, but I work at one in Liverpool and one in Manchester. So sorry, I hope that doesn't sound arsey or anything. It's just
not at all.
Thank you, Bobby.
I'm a vegan, said those vegan guys. Are you football fans? Red or blue? I'm a red. I liked one football team in the history of my life, and it was Newcastle, and it was because they had a black and white kit.
There you go. And says it all.
Magpies.
And because this guy that I was kind of, you know, doing stuff with was a Newcastle supporter. And so I was like, oh, I can get into that. They've got black and white tops.
And for me, same. Not into football. Grew up playing rugby, so always leaned towards rugby. A real game. Joking. Tongue in cheek. Tongue firmly in cheek.
Michelle, we are doing blended learning, and it's going to be nuts. It's nuts for everyone at the moment, isn't it? It's crazy. It's will the world ever get back to normal? Oh, Leanne, what you think, Leanne and Imran? What you thinking about this here plane from Zante to Cardiff?
Oh yeah,
with 7-4 on it with COVID. Everyone's having to isolate now. Have you read about it? I saw it before on YouTube.
It's not great, is it, really?
Well, no, and it's just like, you know, but this is what happens, isn't it? It's something else I said on Facebook as a follow-on to my post before, saying, basically, please take yourself out. One guy wrote on my status, good riddance, and he meant to write good riddance, and then unfriended me. I don't know him, he added me recently. He wrote good, RIDDENS. Good riddance. Good riddance. I was like, isn't it great when the trash takes itself out?
The thing is that, like, it's not as if, and I mean this in the best possible way, my love you do. It's not as if you make a secret of what your politics and what your opinions are. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if you hide that and then, oh, it's a shocker when someone adds you on Facebook. It's like, you know what this is going to be. Why are you here? Leave. Leave.
Yeah. Don't just add me because I'm a vegan, because I'm also queer. I'm also a soy boy. I'm also a bleeding heart liberal. You know.
You bought the vinyl. Don't leave it in the boot to warp.
That was transcendent.
There you go. How's that for a Sunday night?
Michelle says, how is 1 million students moving around the country going to be safe, even if campuses are socially distanced? I've been thinking this about everything, you know, because like there's been a lot of people saying, don't complain about us doing protests. Pubs are open. But the more I've looked into the pubs being open, they've got to abide by a really strict set of rules. They have to take everyone's name and address as they go in. You can only sit down. You can only get table service. You cannot go to the bar.
Yeah, it's pretty strict.
You know, it's proper.
It's true. My friend had gone to an outdoor venue the other day and texted me, and I was like, "Oh, what was it like?" Because I haven't been to a pub or anything since, well, March, I suppose would be it, wouldn't it? And she was like, they were really strict. She was like, if anybody started dancing, the music's dead low apparently. If anyone started dancing, they came straight over, told them to sit down, and if they didn't, they had to leave. So, you know, there are a lot of rules out there.
Yeah.
Nowadays, all you need to discern someone's political inclination is to see how many Union Jacks they have on their profile. Very true, Imran. Very true. Daydream believers scared to send the kids back to school. I think there's a lot of people in the same boat at the moment, where it's. I'm very privileged, I suppose, in that I don't have to go anywhere. I don't work. I don't claim any benefits. I don't have to go anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, use me as an example. I mean, it's not the same as sending your kids to school, and I can understand why a lot of parents are terrified about that because even if the kids could be asymptomatic and bring it back home, and that's the terrifying thing, I think, for a lot of parents. But I've been going back into work, back in the office 2 days a week now for the last 2 months. The last 2 months, I think, and it's really scary, even though it's very quiet at work, and there's maybe between 5 and 10 people in, but it's scary, and I'm just trying to be as sensible and as safe as I can be.
Why don't you answer that, Stuart?
All I will say is, John Ross. I currently, because I'm living with my mother at the moment, we have a guinea pig. We had 12 due to a pregnancy incident a couple of years ago, and unfortunately a lot of them have passed away.
Army the Vegan says, when do you believe things will go back to completely normal, guys? I think when most of us get our shit together and realise that the only way to deal with it, that being asked to wear a mask is not is not slavery. Being told to remain socially distanced is crucial. And because people aren't doing that, that's why it's continuing and getting worse. I mean, I know that like holidays and everything have started. There's no way would I be going anywhere right now. I mean, I just wouldn't. Even though I've heard that in Kefalonia they're doing incredible things. They're, you know, it's even to the point of disposable cutlery in restaurants, like individually wrapped disposable cutlery. They're not even letting you use cutlery that they have to wash in some places. But it's there are still the people that are having the raves and going to the mass protests and just ignoring those simple rules of stay away from other people that you don't live with. It's dangerous.
For me, I think it will go back to completely normal when we've got a vaccine. I think that's the simple answer. But unfortunately, we are, without getting too heavy about it all, we are once again leaning massively on a pharmaceutical industry that is trying to save us from a bleak future of antibiotic resistance. And, you know, we're trying to come up with new drugs to combat new viruses. We're going to get to a point where we can't create vaccines. We haven't got the skills anymore because it's just getting worse and worse. So hopefully things will get back to normal when we've got a virus. But then if people keep eating dead animals, how long is it going to be before the next Schmirona comes along?
There you go. Denkono. On a lighter note, which is funnier, Blackadder, Monty Python, or a bit of Fry and Laurie? I'd say Monty Python, personally. Even though the cartoons scare me shitless to this day.
I would say I am not an expert and have not watched enough of Fry and Laurie to really form an opinion. So I would go Monty Python, Blackadder, Fry and Laurie in that order. What about you, Stu?
Blackadder, Fry and Laurie, Monty Python.
Oh, wow. I love Monty Python. My girl's raised on it.
No, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it.
Never had it off. And but I haven't actually watched a lot of Blackadder.
Blackadder's great.
Oh, to the one. What was the one? Bit of Fry and Laurie. No, I didn't see a lot of them either.
I'm with you on the cartoons being scary though, because do you know what I find really scary? Do you know the Beatles films, in particular Yellow Submarine? There's something about the mix of animation and thingy in it that really makes me go all goosebumpy that I don't like. I know it's weird.
Yes, well, that's a very good point, and a concern I share, because I think every big pharma company that's working on it at the moment is trying to be the first. And if we rush something through without it being properly tested, and it turns out that in 3 years everyone's sterile, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we've had films that have warned us about things like this, haven't we?
Let's put money on the table to say that Dr. Trump will announce a vaccine about 2 weeks before the elections take place. Oh, are you going to highlight that? Have you highlighted it yet?
Who is hotter, Chris Hemsworth or Jason Momoa?
Chris Hemsworth, hands down. Oh,
I don't know what either of them look like.
I think they should battle naked for my attentions. And the winner is the hottest.
I'm more of a Nick Frost kind of gal myself, but have at it.
Hey, fair play, Stu. Fair play.
Yes, the wall was terrifying. Same kind of animation. It's that dark, nightmarish, cel-shaded stuff.
It's a style. It's a style.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It frightens me. I'm going to get a little bit more wine as we bring this to a close.
Yes.
Michelle, what's Michelle saying? Just written a long one again. I see her.
Michelle. There's those. No, it's that one. There we go. She's replying to Kelly.
Can we should tell people that we're going to watch something after this.
I don't know whether we should.
No, we don't have to tell them what. We just have to say we're watching something that we've been very eagerly waiting to watch, and feedback will be coming soon.
I think, yeah. We could mention it, I suppose.
Excitedly.
I'm trying to pick between what Imran's going on about and what Bobby is going on about. Denkono, red. Hopefully you just saw. I think Paul just popped the bottle in front of the camera then.
Oh, it's Penguin Sands from Sainsbury's. This one is it Merlot or Shiraz?
It's a red Merlot, I think. Yeah.
$3.75 a bottle. It's all right.
I don't know why I said red Merlot.
It's an easy table wine. It goes well with food. It's nice to drink on its own as well.
Bobby, you're the second person that said the fast show. Somebody else mentioned the fast show earlier on. Classic British comedy at its best, some might say.
I quite liked Big Train.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Fantastic bunch of actors in that, and just some really funny.
Oh, what was the other one that was in a similar ilk with the 3 women?
Oh, Donkey, something Donkey.
Smack the Pony? No?
That might have been it.
Was it Smack the Pony? With the 3 female comedians?
Smack the Pony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Smack the Pony. Smack the Pony. Smack the Pony.
Brilliant.
Oh, Easy Vegan. That's a really, really easy one for me. Favorite TV series ever. Oh, actually, it's just been joined. It was singularly 6 Feet Under.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's now joint play 6 Feet Under and Schitt's Creek. 6 Feet Under is the only drama that I've ever drama series that I've sat through every episode twice. I could probably do the same with Schitt's Creek.
Without a doubt. Yeah. I would say 6 Feet Under is probably still slightly up there above. But they're very different series as well, aren't they? Schitt's Creek is much funnier.
Where's the comedy?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Whereas 6 Feet Under is a drama about a family of funeral directors. And every episode starts with a death.
Every day a little death.
What?
Imran. Me, the 13th Earl of Winbourne, in a woman's prison with my reputation. What were they thinking?
What's that from?
I didn't quite have the accent right. It's not the right character, but I think that character, I can't remember the name of the character. He's quite a bit older and quite a bit posher.
Thanks, Leanne.
Favorite vegan YouTuber? Again, so many. Cheap Lazy Vegan. And I'm not just saying it because she's here. Michelle Law. Her content annoys me sometimes, but that's good because it makes me think. As in, you don't annoy me, Michelle. You know what I mean? The people you talk about do.
The subject matter.
Yeah. The Viet Vegan. Hench Herbivore. GojiMan.
GojiMan's great for solid content. I think sometimes, like, you go to YouTube for different reasons, different YouTubers for different reasons, don't you? Goji is very consistent and in the type of content that he puts out. He's not necessarily going to be laugh a minute. He'd be the first to say that, I'm sure. But solid content. But yeah, sorry, there's loads, isn't there?
Yeah, there's loads, and so it depends on what I. But most of the YouTubers we watch aren't necessarily vegan. Emmy Made in Japan, I've loved her for a long, long time. Tabby Eats, I love. We like a lot of Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And we've been watching.
Say again, Stu.
Camera conspiracies.
Oh yeah, Casey from
All I want is perfect camera.
Although he can be a bit of a dick when it comes to his diet. He's one of those people who's.
But he knows it.
So faddy with it. Yeah.
He knows it. He's selling a brand, isn't it? But yeah, we've been watching a lot of relaxing woods people as well. So sort of some really nice relaxing videos on YouTube where it's just somebody having a walk through the woods, maybe making a little fire, setting up a hammock tent, cooking something, stars, water. It's very nice.
That's what I was just saying, Michelle, by the way. And yes, you do indeed cover a wide variety of content. And when I say that your content annoys me, I mean the people that you're talking about, not you and your content. But that's a good thing, because it is important to keep aware of what these people are doing and saying. And,
Absolutely.
you know, when they've got huge followers. It's just sometimes I'm sat there thinking, what's talking about him again? I hate him. But then I learn something and think, do you know, he's a dangerous little shit. Gemini, did you see the latest episode of Ladies of Lockdown? Gemini did a great impression of Frank Tufano. Hey, and I weren't expecting him to do it. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, like she were in the room.
I think both that should be highlighted.
Any more of your lip, John, and putting you over my knee? Imran, John would love that.
And that.
What encouraging?
I'm around in half an hour, Imran, see?
John Ross!
Filth. They're all filth.
Denkono mentioned before as well, just going back to series and stuff that we're into, and I'd completely forgotten, but I've got to pick up on what Denkono said. X-Files.
Oh, X-Files was brilliant.
As a series, although I do have to say, I mean, I think it's probably deserving of me to go back and revisit it at some point, but I lost my way with X-Files. I thought it was absolutely brilliant for like series 1 to 5, pushing 1 to 6. Beyond that, it changed, and I just didn't enjoy it as much.
All of these people are filthy now. They're all talking about going around to each other's houses for bum slapping.
No, you can't. Wear a mask.
It's that bloody that Bobby, that John and that Imran, the filth, all of them. Poor Leanne's crumbled up in a corner, not knowing what to do with herself. Michelle Law's laughing her head off because she's common as mucker. She'll touch anyone.
Hey, all you need is a mask and a 2-meter stick.
Kelly's trying to come across all polite, like, oh, shall we just go around? With a little licorice knickers in her handbag. It's vile.
Oh no, remember them horrible ones that were like, do you remember them necklaces you could put around your neck and you could eat off them?
Yeah.
Yeah, them but in a panty. Ooh.
Oh,
Don't bear thinking about.
Have you got anything you'd like to talk about, Miss Crowther?
No, not really. I've just enjoyed the conversation, really. Like, we always tend to end up talking about what I would have brought up anyway, so it's all to the good. Oh, I do want to shout out Buffy the Vampire Slayer, though, while we're on favourite TV shows. I'd be remiss if I didn't rep my girl.
Can we just establish, please, Angel, Spike? Thanks.
Obviously, yeah.
Have to ask, because we're loving the show. Has anyone seen Cobra Kai on Netflix?
No.
No, what is it? A movie, a series?
It's going to be obviously based on Karate Kid, isn't it? If it's called Cobra Kai, it's going to be something to do with the dojo from Karate Kid. Cobra Kai!
Oh, by the way, we just downloaded a new app, a new streaming app onto our Amazon stick called Shudder. 7 days free, and then if you sign up, it's $4.99 a month. But it's all horror, thriller. What was that one we watched last night? Host. God, it was good. If anyone's got Amazon Prime and you like a horror film, sign up to Shudder for a 7-day free trial and then sign out of it. You know, we did last night, and we watched this film called Host. It was really good. It was set in lockdown about a seance being done over Zoom.
Very good. Yeah. Really surprised me. And the genius of, I said to Paul last night, the genius of somebody deciding as soon as this all happened and we went into lockdown and things got really serious, somebody out there, the writer, director, producer, decided, I'm going to get a film out in 3 months. And they did it. And they've done an amazing job of it. Yeah, Host. The Host. Yeah, I'm intrigued with that. I'm intrigued with what Imran said before about that series. Going to have to look at that.
Oh, nice one, Star Cradle. What did you think of it? What did you think of Host? We thought it was really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, if people want to look, she's put Star Cradle's put. She got 33 days free with a code. People, if you want it.
Michelle Law says Buffy was good, but Xena Warrior Princess was better.
I will fight you, Michelle. No, I do have a soft spot for Xena Warrior Princess as well, and Hercules.
Yeah, same, but not on the same playing field, really. To be fair,
UK Vegan Family. I love the old films. My favourite is American Wolf in London. Brilliant film. Adore that.
Great film.
Has everybody seen? If you like Romero, have you seen the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead? It's my favourite zombie film of all time. Of all time. When I first watched it, I was like this.
it's very good.
All the way through it. Brilliant. Proper had me on the end of my seat.
I will check out the trailer, Imran, for Cobra Kai, even. You ain't gonna win with none of that cream crap.
Leanne, zombies are too effing fast. That's why that film freaked me out. Because zombies that just go, they don't scare me because you just punch them. You punch them and you run.
Ah, but they get you with numbers. I've always said this.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
The slow zombies get you just in sheer numbers, by sheer mass. The slow zombies will get you. The fast zombies, you only need a couple and you're done for.
It's true that.
At least they are not World War Z zombies. Yeah, Denkono, World War Z. That's another one, isn't it? They did a cracking job of that. I know it got quite a lot of hate when it came out.
I think it's because people were expecting it to be very much like the book, and it wasn't. Because the book is like a collection of stories of it happening all over the world in different places and how they dealt with it. And I really enjoyed the book.
Yeah.
I left out the entire Japanese section.
I remember you saying, yeah.
I read the first 4 or 5 pages of it, and I thought, I don't like these characters. It was too militarized. You know me and war things. I don't like war, military.
Yeah, absolutely. Limby. Is the air fryer any good? Thinking of ordering one.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer. And my mum and dad have got one as well, following on from us, and they absolutely love it as well. And it's become a kind of almost daily used item in the house now, which is pretty cool.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. John mentioned in another horror there, 28 Days Later. That's one of my favourites. In fact, I think that's probably my favourite. Ooh, bold statement here. 28 Days Later might be my favourite British horror. I'm trying to think whether that's a complete lie or not. Can we think of any other British horrors?
What?
British horror films.
What, just
The
a
Royal
joke?
Family.
Nice. Yeah, off the top of my head, it's definitely up there as one of my all-time favourite British horror films.
Oh, The Exorcist is amazing, Sherry. It's
I love The Exorcist. The Descent. Good point, John. The Descent is terrifying.
Yes. Is there a sequel? The 2?
Yes, The Descent Part 2 as well, yeah. In which?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's the big female group, isn't it?
Yeah.
When
Female lead.
yeah.
Scary.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. Good, but horrible.
It's a bit like when we were talking about, when we talked about going down into sewers in Liverpool. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Oh, with the wraith. The horrible wraith.
Right, well, we've been on here for an hour and a half.
I know, I was going to say I need a wee soon.
So, well, it has been lovely, but I think, and now I know how to use it, great. But because this is a long one, it's going to take ages now to upload to the channel, so I've heard.
Oh, really?
It takes quite a while to kind of upload to the channel.
Because it's third-party software. As in, it's like, it's connected to YouTube, but it's sort of, yeah.
So, thank you. There's all the same person.
What? You started saying thank you, and then you started.
So yeah, Veganichiego and the people that are asking why his posts are being deleted are the same person.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
It's like
better to just not acknowledge it and finish on a positive.
Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Don't forget to support each other on Chub. Stuart, it's been absolutely marvellous, my darling.
Delightful. And yes, I am vegan, by the way. Yeah, just to clarify in the chat.
Oh, who asked that?
Car. Is it pronounced car?
Oh,
Car.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly was asking before if you're going to do a vegan story with me at some point. But it'll just end up you saying, oh, well, I went vegan then, and then we'll end up being camp and silly for an hour.
I know.
And is that a problem?
I'm up for that if you are, Stu.
Yeah, we can do it.
We'll do one at some point. It's good stuff for your channel anyway, look.
I can do it all.
Now, not only should you check out all the people we've mentioned, but you should check out Stuart's channel. The library is open on YouTube, all about books and lovely talking about books. So please go and give him a nice sub.
Oh, it's been really nice, everyone. It's been some really nice questions. Just, really interesting stuff going on. Friendly, beautiful community, as always. And not quite as hard a talk as I thought it might be this evening. It's been a nice mix. And that's been lovely. So, yeah, we're going to go and watch something.
A movie.
We're going to go and watch a movie now.
John knows what we're watching.
We're going to go and watch a movie.
Cheers, John. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Stuart, for coming on and having a chat.
Oh, it's been lovely, Stu.
Well, let's do it again sometime. While we're all in lockdown, there's no reason we can't chat on stream.
And these lads.
Big hugs all round. Bobby's done it again. Cuddles. We'll have our little digital hug it out. Hug.
Hold my hair.
Love you all lots. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. It's been really lovely. And we'll see you very soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.
Bye,
Bye, loves. Bye, loves. Bye, loves.